No, I don't actually.
I
I
asked
don't.
Broedy if he has a sexy intro because it's always me, and he's just like, "No, man, yeah,
Hey, this season and last actually, I have picked up the intros a couple times. I came in
one,
with something. I
one
think
per
it's like
season,
3 or 4. Get it, come.
no chance. It won't. It definitely won't be more than two. Definitely. There's a pet peeve. There's a pet peeve. Broedy makes me carry the intro. Episode 69, Misfits. No giggling. Episode 69. Let's roll the credits. Boom. From Sydney, Australia, all the way to Portland, USA, two misfits hang out after class to riff on the B-sides of professional life. These are your professional misfits. All the way from Sydney, Australia, I am your host, Christopher Sellers.
From Portland, Oregon, I'm Broedy Ipox.
There we go. And we are your professional misfits, where we riff on the B-sides of professional life. What's up, misfits? Episode 69. We're talking about pet peeves. We're going to come off so petty. We're going to come off as so immature. But we've talked about success. We've talked about failure. We've talked about all the highs and lows. Let's have a little fun towards the end of the season. It is episode 69. You're not allowed to giggle. Let's have a little fun. But before we jump into that, episode 68 last week, Broedy, we're riffing on failure. Was there any gems of insight that you learned? Did you learn that you're a failure? Or did you learn that maybe you're not so much a failure?
I learned that I'm way too critical of myself.
Okay.
Way too critical. And even the way that I was stacking successes and failures, and in my mind, in a healthy way, I'm still stacking. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
And I open
do.
up this fucking closet, and I'm like, holy shit! There's a lot of stuff that I just said, damn, that sucked, and I threw it to the back and moved on. You know what I mean? And that more than anything, after we got done recording, I was like, because I had mentioned something in the episode kind of similar, and then that's kind of what I went through after the episode. I was like, fuck, there's actually a couple skeletons in the closet. I didn't know. I've done spring cleaning in a while.
Interesting.
Yeah, how about you?
I learned that I never fail. I only learn. Every time. All the time, every time. That's how I stay ahead of the game, B. If you listen to episode 68, Misfits, you know I'm being facetious. But go back and have a listen because we broke it all down. And I think it's actually a pretty cool episode. Failure, what is it to you and how do you manage? I think it was one of our cooler episodes. But before we jump into it, we've got to thank this season's sponsor. I need to find the promo. There we go. Season 7 is brought to you by who? By IGU. It's an old game with a new twist where modern innovation and nostalgia come together to bring you Tag for today. You can find it in the Apple Store. You can find it on Google Play. You can find it at all good app stores. And Brody's working on that shit. So do it for Broedy. Even if you don't have friends, want to play Tag, do it for Broedy.
Yeah, we need some active users.
Here we go. Episode 69, Pet Peeves. Broedy, I'm pushing you under the bus. What's a pet peeve, bro? What's something that grinds your gears? What's something that's super petty that gets to you no matter how hard you try, no matter how zen you think you are?
Oh, I mean, there's one that immediately always comes to mind, and it's hilarious too, because if I'm being real with you guys, I'm one of the sloppiest fucking eaters on the planet. I'm fucking obnoxious, and I know I am. I think if I'm being honest with you, I know that's why it bothers me so badly when other people are obnoxious. Fucking mouth noises and heavy breathing when you are eating fucking kill me. And Misfits, I don't know if you guys remember or not, I have 5 children. That is all I fucking hear. My brain, I'm going to have a fucking aneurysm at some point. Seriously, because that is
Oh yeah.
And fucking fork scraping and teeth grinding and all of the shit. All of the shit.
And a bit of slurping.
Oh yeah. Yes, and the dirtiest slurps. It's not even just like a efficient. It's not even like an efficient like I slurp that up kind of thing. It's like I played with that a little bit. Yeah, that's that's the first one. I will absolutely. I'll start there because fuck me, that shit kills me, dude. Oh my god. And hey, I came out fully honest too, saying that I know when nobody's paying attention and I'm sitting by myself, I know I'm fucking awful. I know I am. But that's when I'm alone, okay? When I'm sitting at a table full of fucking people or at a restaurant, I'm overly conscious of that shit because I know I'm watching other fucking people. And if I'm that way, okay, granted, not everybody is going to be like me, but I guarantee another motherfucker is sitting around that table going, wow, dude. Holy shit, that motherfucker. Can you breathe correctly? Like, dude, you got like fucking broken down sinuses or some shit, dude. Yeah, this is going to be a petty one. Yeah, this is going to be a petty.
It is. It's going to be rage bait. It's going to be great for the socials, but it's going to be petty as fuck.
Okay, now you go under the bus, sir. I
know, like, where do I start? I mean, there's the classics of like being stuck behind like a slow walker, or you know, a family of four walking side by side along a footpath, and you're like, pick a side. But but the one that jumped out, and it's probably again it's going to make me sound awful, but here we go. Like you go, let's say you go to get this is the one. You got to get gelato. You got to get ice cream. Right? You got to get gelato, and there's always, and it's usually a girl. There's always some chick there who's like, can I try like the honeycomb?
Oh, the fucking the mass sampler?
Yeah. Yes.
Fuck you. Can I get the fucking leave?
Can I? She tries the honeycomb. It's like, can I try? And like just like cycles through, you know. And I'm like, bitch, I know you're gonna pick vanilla. I know you're gonna pick vanilla, but you would sample all the things, and it's not like you have any awareness of the people around you where you go, oh, you guys go ahead because I'm still deciding, because you've been standing in line for the last 10 minutes and you don't know what you want. But you're going to get to the counter and you're going to sample test all the little things. You know what I mean? And then eventually you decide on vanilla.
I was going to say extra layer on that. 9 times out of 10, they'll even ask to sample vanilla. It's like,
yeah,
bitch, no. No, you should not be allowed. I'd get
violent around that stage. And then even just because I'm so petty, because if I'm stuck behind this chick, you know, and eventually they get what they want, and eventually they kind of sort themselves out or whatever, and I'll be next. I know precisely what I want. I'm like, can I get 1 scoop of the pistachio in a cone? Thank you. Damn, like 10 seconds. Yep. I'm in and out. Like I don't.
I'll say this.
It's not a power trip, princess. It's not a power trip to make the little store girl give you every little taste. Like you're not special. You're not sampling wine. It's gelato. Like get over yourself. Fuck. And if you can't make a decision, then fucking hell. It does. I fume. I fucking go nuclear. And I know it's same like this is the episode for it, right? Pet peeves. So petty. So petty, and I'm
sorry.
And I
won't
say anything.
So valid.
I'll just stand there and glare, like,
no,
fuck,
that one's
make a
so
decision.
Valid. No, that one's so valid.
Oh, it's horrible.
I think every misfit will agree with you. No, they'll agree. Okay,
and then, I mean, like specifically gelato. I don't know if it applies. I don't know if it applies to like other food stuffs, but.
But any place that you can get a fucking sample. I mean, it reminded me of that old dude at Costco that's walking around and he gets the same fucking sample 19 times. It's like, hey, dickhead, I don't really actually give a fuck about these samples, but I got like 5 kids over here that want to sample, and you've eaten every little cup of cheese that this motherfucker has to offer.
Coming back for cheese.
Like, yeah. Like, changes his hat. Yeah. Like, get the fuck out of the store,
amazing,
dude.
He's like, I need one for my wife, and then one for my kid, and then one,
and he's eating it on. Dude,
just stuffs them into his pockets, and then
fuck, bro.
All right, we've covered we've covered chewing loudly. We've covered the mass sampler. I like that. That's a t-shirt.
Yes, it is. Okay, it brought one up for me. The mass sampler brought one up for me. So, and this is actually pretty specific because I was worried. I was like, same thing. I didn't want to get too surface level. That's like all the generic ass ones that like everybody gets pissed off at. Didn't want to be too weird about it. You also don't want to get too
violent too quick.
No. This one might though, because like this shit frustrates me. So
okay.
And I don't even know how to. You'll have to help me because we got mass sampler. That was fucking perfect. Mouth breathers, fucking perfect. I don't have a generic title for this one. So I live in Portland, right? And look, I think the common trope with Portland is that, and their fucking punchline is keep Portland weird, right? Like that's the punchline,
right?
So I think the common trope
Portlandia.
Fuck. Oh, it is. It's not a joke. That's why that show's so funny. Even to people that live here, we're like, wow, this sucks, dude. They fucking nailed it, bro. Trying to be as fucking weird as possible, it drives me fucking bonkers. It drives me fucking mad. So, for instance, there's a fucking ice cream shop. It is 100%. Listen, there's a fucking ice cream shop out here that just fucking blew up. Okay, it's called Salt and Straw. I'm sure some of you misfits have heard of it. It's obnoxious, bro. It's fucking obnoxious because some of their fucking flavors are like maple, bourbon, and cedar chunks. Fucking right, and apple pie. Fucking during Christmas time, they had a pig's blood flavor. Get fucked.
Okay.
There's so many levels that I want you to get fucked on as well. What the absolute hell, dude? Who is sitting? Where do you guys develop flavors? And who the fuck said any of these were a good idea? No, you said that there's a bunch of motherfuckers like me.
You're saying it's popular.
Oh, it's gnarly. It's gnarly. So, for instance, that pig's blood flavor came out. We went down there with the kids. We just wanted to show them that it was funny, haha, kind of thing. And they have normal flavors too. They do. So, of course, granted, their normal flavors are actually fucking fantastic ice cream. High quality ingredients, delicious. It's good. So the weird shit is just, for someone like me that sees their business model as successful as already, I'm like, it's unnecessary. It's weird, bro. It's weird. We went down there. The line for this pig's blood flavor was around the block.
Wow.
And I'm just saying, I love all you fucking Portland weirdos. I'm weird. I know I'm weird. I like being weird. I just don't. It's like kind of the same thing as like I feel like about some of the gays, you know. And I have a few gay friends that I've loved my whole life. I think they're the fucking best people in the world. But what's so crazy about those people is they don't fucking walk around trying to be as gay as fucking possible or telling everybody that they're fucking gay. Dude, I just don't care. I just don't care. Same thing as you fucking weirdos. Don't walk around telling me that you're weird. If you have blue hair and 90 fucking piercings, I will fucking conduct the fucking research for myself and come to the conclusion that you're a fucking weirdo on my own.
Yes.
On my own.
Yeah.
On my own. On my own, okay? And I'll probably like you more for it, not having to fucking tell me that you're some sort of fucking freak. I'm a freak too. I'm just not gonna go around going, hey guys, I'm so fucking weird. I like tattooing myself and like, you know, fucking making weird content. Like, it's just all the stuff that I'm just like, that one thing where people just lean so heavily into the I'm different factor. And I know this is asinine talking on a podcast called Professional Misfits. I know. You come at me if you want. That's fucking fine. But listen to the podcast and you will see that I don't fucking sit here and tote about the fucking things that actually genuinely make
so
me different.
It's so hard for us.
Fuck
you don't understand.
Like, get out of here, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. I have to tattoo myself. It's how I deal with my trauma because I've been through so much and you don't know my story, man.
Exactly. Right, bro. Any way that you can lean into it that's, to me, inauthentic. Because look, when someone asks me, why did you start tattooing myself? My mom bought me a gun off Amazon. That's it. There is nothing else to give you. I love you so much. Part of me wishes there was. There's not, though. There's not. And I don't have to make something up to feel like me tattooing myself was a valid fucking thing to do. Bothers me, Chris. Bothers me. It feels like I can smell the fucking insecurity on it. And it's just like, dude, I can't. I can't.
I love it. It reminds me of a guy I used to work with. I'm gonna call him Oliver, right? So Oliver,
you always have the best names.
Oliver was probably like, so our Newtown in Sydney is very, very similar to your Portlandia, but like Portlandia is on steroids and Newtown is like, it's fringe, it's diverse, it's like it's that whole mix over there, and it's a little bit dirty and grimy. But Oliver was from that scene, and he was a guy, but like was super femme, and that's cool. And I remember we're working on a tech startup. So, a lot of tech bros, a lot of coders wearing cargo shorts and a t-shirt, you know what I mean? And Oscar came in one day and he had long blonde hair. So occasionally like, he'd have it in plaits and stuff. And okay, cool, man, whatever you want to do. One day he came in with like a long denim skirt and like Dr. Martens boots, right? And he obviously thought it was, super controversial. So it's like you're describing, like, I'm going to wear it to cause controversy so people can stare and I can go, what are you looking at? It's this sort of shit. Because unfortunately, that was his personality. But average people are, generally pretty tolerant. That's the funny thing. So he's working his denim skirt. And then what was hilarious was there was a guy named, I'll call him Muhammad because he was Turkish and he was Muslim background and whatever, and he had a thick Turkish accent, which is, I love him, he was great. We used to riff all the time, but like the most bro who'd drink the protein shakes to go hit the gym in his lunch break to come back to code, bro. You know what I mean? Is cool dude. But so you've got chalk and cheese between little Aryan Oliver in his denim skirt and then Muhammad over here is coding and is a bro. And they were crossing. They were crossing, one going in and out the doorway on the lunch break. And Muhammad actually stopped and said, "Bro, are you wearing a denim skirt?" Just like that. And this is the moment, right? Oliver had set the bait. He was waiting for it, and he's like, "Well, yeah, actually, I am." And Muhammad's like, "Bro, that's so fucking cool. I wish I could wear a denim skirt. That looks fucking rad on you." Yeah. And that was it. And it was hilarious because Oliver had never looked so deflated. Because it was like you were expecting something else. It's like, no, dude, everyone's pretty civilized. We're all pretty tolerant and we're cool. Like you can wear whatever you want. You can put your hair however you want. That's cool.
Well, I think that's the thing that bothers me about it. I think that's the thing that bothers me. You nailed it. Because look, I'm not going to say anything to you. I'm not going to say anything to you. I'm not. I know I'm not. I'm not going to bother you.
It doesn't super affect me, and whatever choices that you make are cool. Like, enjoy that. Enjoy your life. That's great.
100%, right? Like, even though I talk about it as a pet peeve, like, I'm not going to walk up to these people and cause an issue. I'm not going to fucking, voice my judgment out loud. None of it, right?
No. Trust me.
For the shit that they're seeking, I'm not doing it, bro. Like, I'm not. So, like, why? Why do you feel the need to?
Dude, trust me. Like, actors, I come from, acting and arts background. Actors are the fucking worst. Actors are the worst.
Look at me.
You don't understand my trauma. You don't understand what I've been, and look where I've gone. Like and I got to bring it on stage, and I can't connect in my relationships and all this sort of shit. And you're like, just do the fucking work. Oh, but like, and I'm actually in a threesome with this poly thing, and I'm like, just can you learn your lines, bro? Can you learn your lines? Because I need you to learn your lines. I need you to learn your lines so I can run my lines. Like that's. That's great. I'm glad you have a backstory. I'm glad you have a life. That's fantastic. But I don't need your trauma. Like it's not interesting. And it's not. Yeah, we're getting off on a massive tangent. There's a massive tangent. But the last The last thing I will say is that it's like it's actually a symptom. It's called, I think, Robert McKee. Actually, I've got his book on my back wall there in Story, because he's talking about screenwriters and actors and shit like that. And even these sort of people at like every sort of level is like they wear their trauma like a badge. So it's the first thing you hear about at a dinner party. And he's like, yeah, they're called California stories. So you walk into a dinner party, you don't know anyone, but it's like you walk into a dinner party, you don't know anyone, but you're schmoozing with producers and directors and all this sort of shit, and you've got this like pre-baked story of like, well, yeah, actually, I'm from Australia and don't have a great relationship with my family because of these reasons and all my sort of trauma, and so you sort of unpack this emotional trauma in front of strangers. And McKee's like, not only is it completely just fucking absurd and unnatural, but also here's the deeper level. If this is what you're telling me up front, what aren't you telling me? You know, like, is it because you're so utterly boring and banal, or you fear that you're so mediocre that this is what you're going to lead with? You know,
I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like
I think all of us should be aware of.
I think what's strange is I don't even feel like I don't want to sound too much like a dick here, but I don't even think it's that deep. For a lot of people, I don't even think it's that. God, dude, I wish I could believe that, but the amount of fucking people that I truly, like you're talking about, that kind of wear that trauma and bring it out, I genuinely just believe it is the first insecurity that you talked about, where it's like, I don't actually have anything of. Look, I was talking to somebody about it the other day, because what strikes me is like, when people lead with negativity, it's generally because they haven't had a lot of positive things happen in their life. Now, look, I will say this. The thing about that is, though, you could ask two people that have lived almost identical lives the same questions, and based off of their perspective, you will get a completely different fucking story, right? Like this fucking. So, for instance, there's a perfect example on social media. There's this guy. He lived in the fucking jungle of Vietnam for fucking 17 years. Tried forever to get his green card. Wanted to come to America super fucking bad. He's the happiest dude on the fucking planet, and only talks about the fucking time that he had in the jungle as a good thing. Like, literally, we learned this, we did this, we sat around all day, blah, blah. Just talks about and laughs and talks about their philosophies and things like that. I'm sure there's people in that same particular situation that have probably gone off and done something stupid and, maybe fucking not necessarily alived themselves because they couldn't handle that life. They didn't want to live that life. Bro, that's the scenario, right? Like, it really genuinely comes down to how you choose to look at things. Like, and I'm not saying that people haven't lived through shitty things. I'm not saying that shitty things don't happen. I'm not saying that when they do happen that you have to be okay with them, right? Like, all I'm saying is that the totality of your life genuinely is based on your perspective. 100%. You cannot dispute that. There is no disputing it. And
you don't know what I've been through, bro.
I know, but right? Like, that's such a hard reality for fucking people to grasp, that it's like, dude, 90% of the shit that is dumped onto your fucking life is because of the way that you're acting, because of the way that you feel about the things that are fucking happening. That's a tough fucking pill to swallow. It's tough. It's tough.
We have trouble keeping it light, Broedy.
Dude, way too much trouble. Way too much trouble. Okay, next pet peeve. Give me a superficial, just topical, fucking most annoying thing that you can think of. How about this? In a movie theater. Pet peeve
those
in
are
a
easy.
movie theater.
It's straight up. Turn your phones off. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck
so
up.
Talking.
Turn your phone off. Have some respect for people around you.
Let's dive here a little bit, though, because look, I will say I'm not quiet in a movie theater. I'm not loud and like disrespectful level, right? But like, I got kids, so like I will lean over and like say something and like mumble something. You hear me? Are you pissed?
Yeah.
No. Thumbs up, dude. No, dude.
Yeah.
No, come on.
But you see my little children.
You see my little children.
No, even in like it's the context though. It's the context. Like unfortunately, like I like going to the cinema, and it's probably parallel to walking into a library. Like once you walk into the theater and you take your seats,
I'll take my kids into a library too,
especially once the previews start rolling and everything, and the lights dim. Like shut up. Like if you want to watch a movie and you want to talk, go home. Wait 2 weeks. It'll be out on Netflix. Like watch it at home. You know what I mean? If you want to put yourself in a social situation on the big screen. You want your popcorn. You want your this and that. Like shut up and watch the film. You know,
I've honestly probably pissed off so many motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Look, I'll say this.
And look, like I don't have kids, so I can play that. I don't have kids, so like leave them at home. You know, you can train a child the same way you train a dog. You know, so
shut up. You shut up. Okay, movie theater pet peeve for me. Fucking hate, dude. I try so hard. I literally try so hard when it happens not to fucking almost lose my top, but I'm twitching in the fucking seat when you have a bag of fucking candy or a bag of fucking anything and your grubby little fucking hands can't stay out of that bag. Motherfucker. No. You went for the pour motion. Like that's the polite thing to fucking do. Pour the shit, set the bag down, eat your fucking candy, right? I do it every time. I do it every fucking time. Why can't you? What the fuck is wrong with you that you yourself don't hear? Stop, dude. Stop. You're a fucking child, and I'm pissed.
I'm detecting like a pattern here, like an oral fixation food pattern here.
Dude. I think I was raged on as a child. I think I had probably some pretty loud eating patterns and just got fucking annihilated for it.
Actually, here's some petty ones here's some really petty ones that annoy me. Like we'll switch to words and phrases, right? So there's a couple that really grinds me. It's like when for example, when someone says something or nothing, like they put a K at the end of ing, and I'm like,
they do it with they do it with anything that's ing. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Anything, nothing, something. I'm like just like fuck, like show me where the K is. Show me where the K is in that word. Like it's like it's so hard. It's so hard. There's another slightly less abrasive one. Is like I had an ex, and she would always get like bought and brought confused. So she's like, oh, I brought this from the store. And I'm like, and so my brain does this double take. You go, what? Because I brought this from the store. I'm like, you bought it.
The
bought
linguistics
it at the store and brought it from somewhere. It's
the linguistics that you have to deal with are so much different because seriously, in America, dude, this is not a joke. 90% of people I know do not know a second language. Not even like a little bit, dude. Like, and when not I say that,
like Spanish or like,
oh, dude, fuck off. And when anybody says, "Oh, I know a little bit of Spanish," unos dos tres is not fucking knowing a little bit of Spanish, right?
Gracias. I know
where's
Spanish.
Where's the fucking el baño is not fucking knowing a little Spanish. Like, dude, fucking shut up.
Mi casa es su casa. I speak Spanish.
Dude, like, right, dude. Like, no, fuck off, dude. You paid attention to literally the first day of Spanish. That does not count. It does not count. So for me, it's like I was trying to think of things, and it's like, bro, I don't even like look at it that way because I don't necessarily have to run into anything like that. You know what I mean? Like the think thing, putting a fucking hard K on anything ing, that definitely happens here. Stop. It's fucking annoying. What are you fucking talking about? The one thing that I will say that particular to like language and just talking, and this is such a me thing, when people fucking call soda pop, it bothers the fuck out of me. Why?
Oh, really?
Why the fuck? Why? Why the fuck do you call it pop? Because why? It was soda.
Well, from an outsider, from an outsider, they're both just complete Americanisms because no one else in the world uses soda or pop.
So what the fuck do you guys call it?
Well, like if you want a Coke, say, can I have a Coke? If you want a Pepsi, say, I have a Pepsi. If I want a Fanta, can I have a Fanta? Can I have a lemonade? Or you point to the thing that you want. It's not...
Okay, but if you were going to generalize that category of drinks,
if I was going to generalize, in Australia, we call it a soft drink. Like anything carbonated, like, yeah,
no,
it's a soft
you don't.
drink. We do.
Really? I mean,
For
like,
real.
that's fucking funny because, like, that's what it's called on the menu, like, everywhere. But we don't call it that. It's just soda or pop.
Can I get a soda?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and for some reason, when I hear around me, like, do you want to get a pop? Dude. Do I want to get a pop? What the fuck is a pop, dude? What the fuck is a pop? I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
Actually, that reminds me. Okay. Here's one that does, and like speaking of drinks, here's something that does infuriate me like unreasonably slow. So, it's fuck. Get ready.
It's gonna be something I do all the time.
Probably it's like it's espresso, not espresso.
Oh no, I'm not an asshole. I'm not a fucking asshole. Like, what the actual fuck is wrong with you?
Right. It's like, can I get an espresso? Like,
we were just talking about one of these the other day.
Espresso.
Oh, dude. So obviously, I love my kids, but they're fucking ridiculous sometimes. So like specifically, right? Like specifically,
right?
I get as specifically all the time, and I'm like, dude, there's no, really there's funny. No speech impediment thing here going on, nothing like that. Like, no, you are choosing to say specifically when it's specifically, and it. Dude, it drives me up a fucking wall. I'm like, that's not a word. Stop.
It's okay. That's kind of funny over here because it's in reference to a very specific television show, like Kath and Kim. And Kath and Kim was like an urban comedy about the most bogan Australians living in suburbia, and it's really dry and it's really witty and it's really funny. And one of the things that the two girls, like Kath and Kim, because it's mum and daughter, they do that sort of thing all the time. Like they feel they're classy, but like specifically, and it's like they interchange it on purpose. Really funny. I'm trying to remember what else they did, and like all the Australians like screaming at home, like all the catchphrases. But they do that all the time. Like, Pacifically, and like, it's nice. Oh, it's nice. Yeah, it's nice. But that was Kath and Kim. But that's you'd only be able to do it ironically here. Like if you did it for real, then like there'd be an issue. But Can I specifically get an espresso? I think my head would implode if that was.
Oh my god!
If that was the case.
I would die, bro. Yeah, the espresso one fucking kills me. I'm like, dude. And it's so fluent when they say it too. They're like, "Can I get an espresso?" And I'm like, "No."
They're so confident. They're so confident they speak Italian,
dude. Oh my god! Have you seen the words spelled on paper? Like, holy fuck.
Yeah, dude. But it's bad. It's bad. The Pacifically reminded me of something, but I can't remember. That's what it is. Okay, now that we're out of the 90s and the early 2000s, it's less of a thing now, but it's when every social media clown would, or anyone who started a story would start it with literally blah 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 blah. And I'm like, to the point where the word lost all meaning. And I think there was even a meme that went around where the Oxford Dictionary has changed the meaning of literally to not mean literally, like figuratively. Like, and like, fuck, it would do my head in. And the only I remember watching Archer watching cartoons and shit and watching Archer. And they separated the difference. Is go, Fergus, I will literally, not figuratively, literally kill you. And I went, finally someone uses it fucking right. And I applauded the screen. But Jesus, is like maybe it's just the writer in me. I get really precious around words and language. It's like, fuck, it just would kill me. It's like anyone who would start a sentence with literally, and it's like your IQ just nosedives, and I can't, whatever you say next, I can't take seriously. So it doesn't matter what you say next. I've already tuned out. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've literally had things happen like that before.
I died. I literally died. I'm like, did you? Are you deceased? Fucking hell.
Okay. This is one that just like kind of hit me like a fucking train. And it's so strange because it's like it like cycles back to, you know I'm a dad and I have kids, but like because of that, don't assume that I want to hang out with your kids.
Oh, come on,
parents.
Bro.
No, fuck
play
you.
Date.
No,
play date,
fuck,
bro.
No. I've got 5 kids. They play enough. Dude. They play enough. I don't need anybody else over here. No, I'm not a Nazi. I mean, seriously, they fucking hang out with their friends and we entertain. But it's just when parents and parents do it. Like they do it all the fucking time. It's like, dude, if you love entertaining my kid, I'm not gonna act like that's a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but don't assume that because you like hanging out with 12-year-olds all the time that I like hanging out with 12 years old. I don't. I love my 12-year-old. He's one of my fucking best friends. I think he's the coolest little dude on the planet. I fucking hate him sometimes though too. He annoys the shit out of me.
That's also parents. Like, you 100%. Hate your parents. You hate your parents sometimes. Yeah.
Touche. I'm right. Like I'm sure he feels the same way. I ain't gonna send some other little fucking
give him
shit
three
over
or
here.
4 more years. 3 or 4 more years when he hits those teenage years, and it's like, "Fuck you, Dad. You're old. You didn't know me." No.
I'm just gonna let him
boundaries and responsibility. Yeah. I hate you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna like make one rule. I'm gonna be like, as long as you like keep your room clean and you have like some mild respect for the household, like, just don't fucking come at me, bro. Don't come at me. Well, look, because the thing is, like,
and no play dates.
No, fuck your play dates. So I've actually had this conversation. It's funny. This is not a pet peeve, but I've had this conversation with Tiffany about the future, where it's like, dude, I'm worried about it because, like, look, the thing is, when my kids get confrontational now, I get fired up. Like, you want the fucking smoke? Like, you know who the fuck you're talking to, kind of fucking thing, dude.
Right.
When they're punk ass teenagers and think they're gonna fucking do a goddamn, I know I'm gonna, dude, bro. Shut your fucking head up before you fucking landed in the ground, dude. Fucking get out of here, bro. I'm worried about it. And the thing is,
it's gonna be an interesting time.
My fucking kids are fucking, they're little scrappers. They fucking, so I'm scared.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is a little bit. It is a little bit. So one of the categories that I wanted to talk about in terms of pet peeves was social media. Do you have any that specifically just smack you right in the face in terms of social media? And that can be influencers themselves, habits, patterns, or trends on social media. I wrote this down too, bro. I came with notes this time.
Agree?
Came with notes. Huh?
Agree
what?
Oh, come on, man. You've seen that at the end of every post. Like, it's like, here's my manifesto. Well, not even. Like, here's a glib quote I've copied from somewhere else.
Thumbs up if
you agree.
Fucking drop a comment if you fucking think this is the best.
So, I mean, okay, there's that, and you just sort of scroll by and you go, you just lazy fuck, I feel dumb and dirty for even making it this far into the post. The other one at the moment...
I was gonna just say that, dude. Like, how did you get to the end of the post there, Christopher?
Yeah, that's it. You know, because you might accidentally click. You know, you might start out with an interesting fact or a hook or something, and you're like, "Oh, okay, maybe," and then it's like, agree?
Of course.
Fuck.
Chat GPT is pretty potent.
Or there's a definite there's definite formula to writing headlines, which is like this X fact, like this absurd fact, like crazy fact, this bizarre fact. Like it's like this noun fact will shock, amaze, confuse, terrify you, ... I was like, no, pass.
Post formulas, dude.
Pass and all that shit. And that's all I've got, really, because you know I don't have any socials. Like I just have LinkedIn for business purposes, and I've got like a baby YouTube channel for other professional stuff, but I don't have
which, by the way, Misfits, his last video hit over 130 views. It's actually a super cool video. Please go check it out. His YouTube channel has a similar logo to the Professional Misfits, so it shouldn't be hard to spot when you get there. Go over there, any of you guys that are here, and just fucking go subscribe. Yeah, you'll recognize the hat. Yes.
Thanks, man.
Okay, social media pet peeve, real quick, because it just you said that.
Because it's your world.
I fucking hate, bro. And look, so I'm definitely around it more than I think most people are, but I think a lot of people have experienced this on some level. When the motherfucker that's writing the post or posting all the pictures all the time or doing all this shit is the exact opposite of the fucking shit that they're posting. So a good example of this, right, is like the fucking, like, and God, Misfits, I'm going to sound like such an asshole because I do go and lift weights and shit like that. But again, same thing. I don't go run around and like fucking talk about it 24/7 and like tell people that I lift weights and shit. There are people I know, right, that get on social media. One of them specifically is a personal trainer, does this shit all the fucking time. Specifically a fucking personal trainer. And I swear to God, every time I've seen this motherfucker at the gym, 90% of his time is spent on his fucking phone. So do not go telling people that you're this fucking grind hard, I'm in the gym bro, you're in the gym every day staring at your fucking phone and deciding what picture you're going to post next. That is the fakest fucking shit I've ever seen in my life. Another example, if you are a fucking female and you go and fucking post all these literal fucking Canva B-roll photos of these fucking fancy dinners and fucking places that you've never fucking been, and then include one fucking selfie and assume that people are going to think you did any of those things, eat a pile of assholes. I mean, fuck you. What in the... Why, dude? And people do it all the time. They do it all the time. They'll get on a boat, right? And out on the river again today. Oh, been there all week. Bro, it's their fucking uncle's boat that they like borrowed for a couple days. It's like, dude.
That's so funny. Sorry, I mean, number one, like this is all just the gem of humanity that I'm missing not being on socials. I can't believe it. But what's hilarious, just because you mentioned boats just then, is like my dad sails. Like he sails catamarans and stuff, and I've been around boats in the lake for probably a good portion of my life. My parents live on the lake, and it's hilarious because they actually do. Sorry,
you could throw a knot.
Yeah. And so it's like it's hilarious because like no one takes their phone out in the lake because it's surrounded by water. You fucking idiots. So, like, if you're actually sailing, like, your phone is in a waterproof bag somewhere well out of the way that's nowhere. You know what I mean? So it's just...
Dude, yes. Yes, I do.
So it's just the party kids. It's just the party kids on the fucking hire boat for an hour. Not even. You haven't even left the key.
Yep.
You know, so you're just there. Like, fuck.
And like, it started in high school, you fucking pricks. Like, you would get a fucking limo, right, for fucking winter formal or some shit like that. And then 2 months fucking later,
1,000%.
Because you were in the limo before you got dressed, you had a fucking selfie of you in the fucking limo in a t-shirt. You go, oh, just chilling. You know, dude, fuck off.
Just rolling on a Friday night. You it's exactly the same, dude. It's exactly the same as like anyone whenever they go to the airport. You know what I mean? They got to be strolling. You got to get the selfies. You kind of go through duty free and whatever. And like making moves, can't stop. Always in the hustle, the grind.
Oh my god, I'm going to Disneyland with my 5 kids, but I post a selfie saying "fucking making moves." Get fucked.
1000%. And it was
Fuck
hilarious.
You, dude.
Like you're flying domestic to go see your mum or something, but you'll get that
100%, dude.
You'll get that photo of you in the lounge with like the jets in the background, going like, "Fuck yeah, so grateful, so humble." It's like,
yep. Shit kills me. Fucking drives me fucking mad. It is kind of sad, bro. It is kind of sad.
It's so sad,
and I hate it. I hate it too because like my whole thing is like, I know that like if I figured it out, like obviously they're not fooling very many people, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like I have seen scenarios where it's like specifically, like that was a really good example, like the bros, right? The bros that will go like fucking solo camp because their fucking dad lives like fucking 10 miles from a fucking national park or some shit. And then they fucking act like they've been an outdoorsman for fucking 30 years. They're not even 30. Like I'm getting too angry. Like it's just, dude. It doesn't.
Pet peeves, bro. Pet peeves.
It doesn't have to be fake, Like it just doesn't.
Gotta that hustle and grind, man. This can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop.
No.
Do you have anything to wrap up with? Do you have any final tasty pet peeves to wrap up with?
No, so the only other scenario that I was going to bring up was, and it was funny too because you kind of touched on it earlier, is grocery store. When you are out getting your groceries, you're in that environment. What is one of your biggest pet peeves? You already said it for me, and like I'll just repeat it. When there is a fucking family walking, and you fucks walk side by side, holding hands, taking up the entire fucking aisle, I want nothing more than for every one of you to trip.
Or they pause. They pause in like a little bubble in the middle of the aisle to confab, to go, what do we need? What do you, okay, why don't you get the meal? I don't want to get the meal. Like, okay, well, you get the frozen stuff and I'll get the veggies. And they think they're being effective, but like, mind you.
You guys could have talked about this outside. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, most people bring in a fucking list. Yep.
It's good. Again, I'm lucky. It's one of the few joys of kind of being single. It's like, I know exactly what I need. I can walk straight in, go bam, 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 and be out in 5 to 10. Done. Go to the self-checkout.
You're not dragging a 7-year-old on your ankle as you're walking.
Don't have to talk to anyone. Don't have to deal with anything. Just, that's...
Yeah, that sounds lovely, bro. Sounds lovely. There's no way you don't have a pet peeve. Like, because the grocery store for me, God, I just get wildly fucking irritated.
I have a little one. I have one. I do have a pet peeve for people who like treat the store people like shit, and normally the deli girl. Normally people that treat the deli girl like shit. So like you'll be because
actually pretty
the deli
good
section.
Observation.
The deli section is one of the few places like some people have a ticket or a system or whatever. Normally it's just sort of line up and people are doing the right thing. And you'll always get one person who's like, do you have, can I get this much? And they weigh it. No, not that one. Or like, I want a fish fillet, but they'll be very specific about the fish fillet that they want and then get angry and agitated because the deli girl isn't getting the right fish fillet because you're just generically pointing at that one. And then you're like, oh, finally. And then they want like a little slice of something, and then, oh, wait, I'm not done. And it's just like, fuck, just, you can be civil. You can be polite. Like, you're going to get what you want. No, like, Jesus Christ, but there's always, and it's normally the deli girl. It's not because it's like, you know, I need the best cuts and you're keeping the best cuts from me. So I need to like needle you to get the best slice of fish. It's like,
that was a good one.
Okay.
That was a good one. Because honestly, that shit is obnoxious. I see it a lot. It's so strange because I see it a lot in our bakery, in our local grocery store, because they're really popular.
Right.
So like a lot of their stuff is always out, and you will hear in the most condescending way, "Are you going to have more of this? Do you not plan to make more?
Right.
Really? You guys ran out already? Fuck, dude.
Right.
What? What the
Yeah.
Go buy the fucking packaged version, you fucking cockweasel. I mean, what the hell what is this person gonna do for you? I mean, they've already done it. They made their shit. They came in. They did their job. They sold out of what? Hey, that's awesome. You guys sold out. What a different fucking narrative than this was fucking made for me, and there's none
How dare
left.
you deny me? You know, like it's a personal offense. Yeah.
So my grocery store pet peeve, and God, it's so fucking ridiculous. If you're gonna go into the produce section and nibble on the fucking produce and act like you're sampling, I'm prone to say some shit. I'm prone to say some shit. Like, if you don't put that bag of grapes. Bag full of grapes that you just took a handful out of, I'm gonna fucking tell somebody, dude. You put your grubby fucking hands in that fucking bag of grapes, and then you expect somebody else to come and fucking same thing. They're gonna put it in their cart, and then what? They're gonna give their kid one of your fucking dirty butt grapes? Like, just no, dude. No, just if you're gonna buy it, dude. Fucking stop. Stop sampling the produce to see if it's fresh.
50 minutes later, it's been well and truly established that Broedy has a food fetish. He's very particular. He's very particular about what you eat. He's very particular about how you eat it. It's all come.
Where do you eat it and when? Yeah, fucking dude.
That's it.
God.
That's it. It's a good place to land, Misfits.
That's great.
Yep, we're learning something new things. That's great. It's not a failure. You're always learning. So there we go, Misfits. Episode 69. Don't giggle. Pet peeves. Do you have any let us know in the comments what your pet peeves are. It'd be really, really interesting. Or if you like identify with any of ours, so we don't feel like petty super freaks having a podcast and just raging out on insignificant things. But that wraps up episode 69. Broedy, do you know what's coming up next week?
Yes, of course I do.
Layup,
it's going to be, yeah, I know. Wrap up.
Yeah, it is. It is the wrap up, Misfits. Episode 70. The last episode of every season, we do a wrap up of the season we've just been through, and a bit of a speculation of what's coming for next season. At the time of recording, got no idea what's coming for next season. But we do have a few projects that are going on right now, which we'll probably talk about next week. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, you can find us personally at promisfitspodcast.com. Go to our website. You can find all our links to all our pretty things. You can find Broedy and I on LinkedIn. You can find Broedy and the Misfits all over TikTok and Instagram and all that sort of stuff. Find us on YouTube and Spotify. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for commenting and all those fun things. It's been a pleasure having you here. In the meantime, I've been Chris.
I've been Broedy.
There you go. And we'll see you next week on the wrap-up, Misfits. You stay classy. We'll see you on the next one.